Hi guys, if you follow my channel you already know that my name's Mary, and if you don't, welcome. As you can probably tell by the title, this is my story of self-harm / self-injury. I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to glamorize this, and it's not something that's pretty, it's not something that I wish upon anyone, but I've gotten questions about my self-harm, how it all started, blah blah blah, so I figured I would share my story. I'm not going to get into my other mental illnesses too much, but I do have them. I do struggle with depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and in the past I have attempted suicide 7 times. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not in any way looking for attention. I'm simply just getting my story out there in the hopes to possibly inspire somebody else to stay strong and show you what the reality of self-harming is and what it can do to a person. I have always been the awkward child, I guess. I was really awkward when I was little. I had buck teeth and a really bad overbite, and I remember in grade 1, 2, 3, all the way up to grade 5, I got really bullied for it. In grade 5 it started getting really bad. People would call me an attention whore. They would say that I was ugly and I was fat and I shouldn't live, and that's when I started cutting myself. And when people found out more about that, they started telling me that I was worthless, that I should slit my wrists and die, that I was dumb for cutting, that I was stupid and retarded, and that I was never going to amount to anything, etc. That takes a toll on a person. Getting told every day that you are nothing, that if you died it would mean nothing to anyone, that takes a toll on a person. It started to really affect me. My self-esteem plummeted. I still have really bad self-esteem issues. I don't see myself in the most positive light, and I'm lucky on the days where I actually don't mind how I look. So the first time I started cutting, I remember sitting in my room and listening to the album Storms by Headley, and I would have been about 10, and I took pins and I would stab them in my arms, and I would take scissors and I would slice, not deep enough for anything to even break open skin, but it was still another form of self-harm. When I was 11 I was molested, and it really messed me up mentally. I'm not gonna get into that right now because I want to do that in a different video. But that really took a toll on me, and the bullying got worse, and so did my cutting. My mental health has not ever been the greatest since then. When I was in grade 6, I started taking knives to my arms. I would cut them, mainly my thighs and my arms, but I remember the beginning of grade 6, I cut stupid right in here. And everybody found out about my cuts because we were in gym this one time and I had to wear a short sleeve shirt, and not thinking about it too much, I put it on and everyone seen my arms and my scars, and they started calling me an attention whore, saying I was gross, saying that I should die, that there's no point in cutting, and that if I'm gonna cut I should just go kill myself because it'd be easier and no one would care. And that really affects the person. That really takes a toll on a person. Eventually the school counselor found out, and that's how I started getting into therapy and counseling. Didn't really help me much. It was just someone to talk to about my bullying and a way to get out of class so that I wouldn't have to have like papers and shit thrown at the back of my head. That happened a couple times. I remember getting put in group chats where girls have just said hateful things talking about me committing suicide, and first time I attempted suicide was in grade 5. And when people found out, they put me in a group chat, because nobody really found out for like until I was about a year later, because I was in grade 6 and people found out that I first attempted. My first suicide attempt was actually, I have a scar right here. Can't really see it because my lighting is really bright right now, but I have a scar on my chest from plummeting a knife into right here because I thought that they were right. It wasn't very deep or anything, didn't require a lot of medical attention, nothing like that, but it was still an attempt because in my mind I was telling myself, I want this to work, I don't want to live anymore. I would rather just not exist. Be better off without me, blah blah. Eventually, when the bullying kept going on in grade 6, I started taking razors to my arms. I would cut my arms, my thighs, my hips, everywhere. Grade 7, my depression and shit got really bad, sorry. Grade 6, I didn't have a suicide attempt. I did a couple times in the summer leading up to grade 7, but I was done grade 6 then, so I'm not going to count it as grade 6. But, I would take pills in the summer. I would just take a lot of pills. That's around the time when I started abusing drugs and alcohol. I would drink a lot, all the time actually, just to suppress, I suppose, what I was feeling inside, and this numbness, just trying to feel something. In grade 8, I attempted suicide twice, and I'm not going to get into all my suicide attempts because I do want to make a video talking about all 7 of them, but I will eventually get it out there, I guess. Self-harm is not pretty. It's not something I glamorize. I think my lowest point would have been when I had cuts all down my arms, on my wrists. They were on my thighs, my ankles, the bottoms of my feet even, my hips, my stomach, underneath my boobs, everywhere. Everywhere that I could cut, I have probably cut. Except, obviously, my privacy areas, I don't know. Obviously I'm not gonna cut that. But, I did have issues for a really long time with self-harm. I still am struggling to this day with self-harm. I actually relapsed last night. I'm gonna put a trigger warning out there right now because what I'm about to show you is not pretty. As I said earlier, I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to glamorize self-harm. I'm literally just trying to get my story out there and hopefully inspire someone not to cut, because this is what it does to you. So on this wrist, it's pretty full. Sorry, I just got a new camera and I'm like trying to use the webcam and it's not fake. But, so this is my wrist right now. It is a little bit full. Again, these are not something that I'm trying to glamorize, but that's what my self-harm has done. And on this wrist, I have all of these. I don't know what my lighting is doing. So, this arm, I think, is considerably worse than my other. Some of them are deeper. I am going to insert pictures of them at the end of this video so that you can better see, because my lighting right now is not very good. I just want to tell everybody out there that has issues with self-harm that you're definitely not alone. I know a lot of people that struggle with the same things as I do, and I know it gets hard, but we need to try to stay strong. Sorry, I can't talk. Yeah, just stay strong, and I am currently in the recovery process. I have been for a while, and I do believe that everybody has to fall before they can fly, and even if you have to fall a couple times, one day you will fly. Just know that to all the people that bullied me, and to all the people that bully others, there's literally something wrong with you, and if you are bullying someone because of an illness in the head that we can't control, then maybe you should look at yourself in the mirror first. Because what makes it okay to talk to someone like that and tell someone to end their own life? What makes that okay? Nothing. And if you are sitting there and bullying someone and telling people to off themselves, then you are a terrible person and you really need to reevaluate your choices. So yeah, again, trigger warning, I'm sorry. Stay strong, everybody, and I'm here to talk if you ever need someone. I'm a pretty good listener. I like to think I give okay advice.